I have no idea.
No, he's no.
Well, you also have to know if you send, I mean, did you know what you were doing? I'm not coming for you, but like if you send a picture to Kelly Dodd,
you know he's
know where it's going to end up.
Okay, of course,
Dodd.
I was stirring the pot and starting shit.
Stirring the pot. Okay.
But I was also, like I said, I was pretty drunk at that point when I did it. I was being funny.
How do you know Kelly?
How do you know Kelly?
Yeah.
Because she loves
and I'm
Kelly.
sorry. I apologize.
Okay, so I met Kelly. Yeah, Kelly and I are good
Kelly
friends.
fan.
But
she's going to have a lot to say to you after today
no,
when you appear with me.
I mean,
By the way, Kelly does not get along with David at all.
She hates
okay.
me. And by the way, can I just say, not to interrupt you, it's the same thing as these texts. So I'm behind the velvet rope, which everyone's going to listen to this. I interview housewives.
Yeah.
People come on. I ask them questions. I asked you questions when you're on. I just ask the questions.
Yep.
It's not, when people come on from Orange County, most people don't have anything good to say about Kelly Dodd. I just sit there. I ask the next question. I'm not saying it. But when people say bad things about her, she goes psychotic on me, which I'm not afraid of her. Meghan King is the one that put the nail in my coffin. When Kelly Dodd had some words for me, and like, I'm not the one to have words for her. I had some words back to her. So I really don't dislike her, other than the fact that
I dislike her.
Well, she talks about how much she hates me and all the things that are wrong with me. So I mean, I'm not
you
like,
should just be like, you're welcome, Kelly.
Yeah. But I'm just curious.
Yeah, I think Kelly's easy to love because she's fun, she's bubbly, she's outgoing.
I like her.
She's got a great
weird
personality, and she what you see is what you get. But then that's the same reason why it's easy to be like, Jesus, I can't trust her, because it's not a trust thing. It's things do get put out because that's what she is about. She's got a podcast. She's gonna spread it. So it is like that, isn't it?
But I get sent so much. Like if I hear something, I will talk about it on the air. But when I get sent things, like if you sent me something, like I get sent things.
She sends you nastygrams, right?
She sends me nastygrams. But I get sent pictures and stuff of like,
have you
don't
got
send
one?
this.
Let's read one.
I blocked her.
Because you're a lawyer. Slanders, if it's real, it's not, you can't, get sued for.
Yeah. No, I have them somewhere. I blocked her on all Instagram, but she goes on tirades when it's always like, no one listens to your podcast. Mind you, it's much higher rated than her podcast. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
Numbers don't lie. Let me just tell you. No one listens to your podcast. You're a loser. I'm more famous than you. I mean, she goes just psychotic.
She goes high school on you?
High school. And then which I mean, just because I'm gay, she assumes I'm like, have whatever. But she then goes on a huge anti-trans rant to me.
She did?
Which she's like, you and fucking Dubrow, and it's like, what does this have to do with me being gay? And she's like, she goes into like children and really,
is she anti-trans?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't know. No. This is her. Like,
really? I mean, listen, I
maybe
think,
not, but in this rant she was. And I'm like, I've never said anything about trans. She's like, you and Dubrow are so funny. This is the problem with our kids.
Dubrow supports that whole community.
I know. Well,
beautifully.
Yes. But she wasn't, I think that's why she's maybe.
I think Kelly, listen.
Maybe she doesn't like you because you're gay.
No, she has a lot of, don't say that. Because that's not even true. Because she has a lot of gay friends.
I'm just saying she's going on an anti-trans
nothing
rant.
against. Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about that. But the one thing I'll say about Kelly is that she's been nothing but kind to me. And so I think it's one of those things, like, we've never had any issues with each other. She loves me. I love her. And, we have like mutual friends. And then, so she's always been kind to me. And I feel like it's one of those things. Yes, she can get really upset and hate somebody if she is upset with them, but like, that's just her personality, but if you give her like nothing, and I'm not saying you've given her anything to be upset about, but she can be easily pushed and, that's just who she is. So like, I've never had any issues with her. Like you guys have your issues now, but I've told you.
I've never had issues with Kelly.
Yeah.
I think I've got, me and Kelly are somewhat similar in the sense of when you get backed into a corner and your feelings are hurt, you just attack. And it doesn't matter what it is about you. You'll find something that we feel that you don't like about yourself. And it's an attack moment. So whether you're gay, whether you're trans, whether you're black, whether you're white,
that's
whether you...
so high school.
It is. But
no, but that is what she does.
That too. I've seen you do it with her.
She's anti something. She
because
just
I stoop
gets
to her level,
backed into a corner. She goes in. And that's it. She just attacks.
And believe it or not, I now come back at her because I'm like, I don't care. But
she threatened me with a lawsuit on the podcast. She's like, if you mention anything.
Because of me.
Yeah,
it was the episode that I was here.
Like she wrote me, what was her last text to me?
I don't know what we said.
She was great for TV.
But see, that's an example where she sent me that.
Yeah,
and I could have talked about that on my podcast like Kelly did. Like I don't put things out. But no, she's really mad at me when like someone comes on like Dubrow or
if
Meghan
you talk about
King.
me on your podcast, you better be prepared to get sued. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
We're not saying anything bad.
But,
okay, y'all are bad.
What did you say about somebody else?
But I
that was May 8th. That was a long time ago.
Other than the fact that she's like, his voice is this, like she goes off on me. And I'm like, I didn't say it. Meghan King did. Why don't you call her? But I really don't. I'd rather someone ask me this recently.
We gave her enough airtime.
No, we're going to move on.
Let's end it by saying they should have her back on the show because Kelly, you are an uber bitch and it's amazing. You talk shit about people everywhere.
She was amazing housewife.
No matter how much we don't get along right now, they need you back on Bravo. Andy, get her back on Bravo because she is great TV. And right now we need some like spice it up.
I don't agree with that, but the one thing I want to say is I would rather spend a weekend with her than the rat that is known as the Tam than Tamra.
Who's the
I think Kelly and Tamra.
The Tam.
I don't hate. Yeah, they call her Tamra. I don't. You've heard this.
I've heard that.
They call her Tamra.
Well, look at what she's been doing to Shannon this season. I mean, she's really been like. I actually feel like she's been so. I've only met Tamara actually. Like twice. Like the first time was in New York at BravoCon, and the second time was at Jen Armstrong's house, like right outside. But it was when I met her at BravoCon, she was very nice. But again, I agree with you. Like when she gets really nasty on the show, like it's like watch out, and she does not let it go. Like it's like I feel like at least Kelly was like warmer, like like she would let things go. If there was an apology and they like said sorry, it was like done. But like. The way Tamra has been treating Shannon this season so far, like every episode, I think it's a little too much. Like I can honestly say that when Kelly was having fights with people, like it felt very real. Like
these fights are real. They don't script this stuff.
I feel like Tamra is going above and beyond to kind of like make Shannon look bad this season.
Do you think that's to get more airtime? Do you think it's to secure her spot back? If you create more drama,
the ultimate bitch.
Yeah.
Or do you think it's producers that are like, no one else is going to do it? This is your role, Tamra.
But I think she likes having that role.
Yeah, because I do think she came with strings attached when they rehired her.
No, I have to tell you that as much as people think that show is scripted, I was on that show and I lived it. And it is not. Those women are really, truly who they are.
Well, we know it's not scripted, but we know also that
what I mean is Tamara's truly just that kind of a bitch, probably.
I do think you're provoked.
So.
You are provoked.
I think that there's people in your ear telling you certain things that have been said.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's.
And then you film for, how long do you girls film for?
All freaking
so you're
day.
filming for